Alright, hello everyone. So today's video is going to be about simple discount. First, to start with, definition. A simple discount refers to a method of calculating the present value of a future sum of money by applying discount rate directly to the face value. We're going to look at the formulas. The formula is D equal to S multiplied by D multiplied by T, where D is the discount amount, S is the maturity value of the instrument, small d is the discount rate per time period, and small t is the time period, typically in years or fractions of a year. Another formula is PV is equal to FV multiplied by 1 minus D times T, where PV is a present value, FV is a future value, D is a discount rate per time period, and T is a time period in years. What is a promissory note? A promissory note is a financial instrument that contains a written promise by one party, the maker or the issuer, to pay a definite sum of money to another party, the payee or bearer, either on demand or at a specified future date. It is a formal, legally binding document that outlines the terms and conditions under which the repayment will be made. Moving forward into the next slide, it's about the equivalence of the maturity values. If there exists a date where the present value P1 and S1 and the present value P2 and S2 are equal, we say that S1 and S2 are equivalent and the date used is called the equivalent date. Algebraic determination of the equivalence date. Let S1 equal 98,400 of maturity date October 31st. Let S2 equal 99,000 of maturity date November 30. If the discount rate is D equal 7.2%, determine the equivalence date. Alright, so the equivalence date is where P1 is equal to P2, and since we have both, we have them given, so we're gonna calculate them. We have 98,400 as the S1, and we have the maturity date, and we have S2, and we have the maturity date of the S2, and we have the discount rate. So P1 equal P2, the formula is S1 into 1 minus D multiplied by T1 equal S2 multiplied by 1 minus D times T2. So we implement the numbers that we have, 98,400 multiplied by 1 minus 7.2%, which is 7.2 over 100, multiplied by x over 360 is equal to 99,000 multiplied by, alright, so we perform the calculations and we get x equal 50 days. Why did we put x plus 30 on the right side of the equation? This is because x represents the day from the equivalent date to October 31st, and since November 30 is 30 days after October 31st, the total time from the equivalent date to November 30 is x plus 30. Alright, so we get x equal 50 days, and then we should go back 50 days starting October 31st. So going back starting October 31st, 50 days backward, that'll be September 11. The equivalence date must precede the maturity date because the discount is applied before the maturity of the instrument. So that'll be September 11. That's the equivalence date. Example 1. Suppose Company A sells goods to Company B and issues a promissory note for $10,000 due in 6 months. Company B needs cash immediately and decides to discount the promissory note with a bank. The bank applies a simple discount rate of 5% per annum for 6 months. Alright, so step-by-step calculation. First, we should calculate the discount amount, which is D equal SDT. And then it's 10,000 times 0.05 times 6 over 12, since It's given in month. And then we get D equal to $150. Second of all, we should calculate the discounted value, amount paid to company B. The discounted value is $10,000 minus the discount amount, which is $250, which gives us $9,750. Another example, company A sells good to company B and issues a promissory note for $20,000 due in 9 months. Company B needs immediate cash and decides to discount the promissory note with a bank. The bank charges a commission of 1% on the face value of the note and applies a simple discount rate of 6% per annum for 9 months. So the solution is in red. Commission is 0.01 times $20,000, which is $200, and D is equal to S times D times T, which is equal to $20,000 times 0.06 times 9 over 12, because it's a month. So that'll give us $900. The amount paid to company B, thus the DV, that is counted value, is the face value minus the discount and minus the commission. So $20,000 minus 200 minus 900 is equal to $18,900. Third example would be, on January 3rd, 2022, we consider replacing by a unique promissory note of maturity value $2,000 the following two promissory notes. First note, the maturity value of it is $1,050 and the maturity date of it is February 2nd, 2022. The second note, the maturity value of it is $900 and the maturity date of it is March 6, 2022. We should calculate the maturity date. It says calculate the maturity date of the unique note if the simple discount rate is 9% per year. So P is equal to P1 plus P2. And since we have all of the information, it's not that hard. We implement the information within the formula. So S into 1 minus dt is equal to S1 into 1 minus dt plus S2 into 1 minus dt2. So 2000 into 1 minus 0.09 multiplied by x over 360 is equal to 1050 multiplied by 1 minus 0.09 multiplied by 30 over 360. From where did we get that 30? So from January 3rd, 2022 to February 2nd, 2022, the time is 30 days. All right, plus 900 into 1 minus 0.09 multiplied by 62 over 360. From where did we get that 62? So the second note, its maturity date is March 6th. So from January 3rd, 2022 to March 6th, 2022, it's 62 days. Bearing in mind that February in 2022 it's not a leap year. 2022 is not a leap year. So February is 28 days. So after calculation, x is equal to 143.65, thus 144 days, and 144 days after January 3rd, 2022 is May 27, 2022. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe and make sure to like this video and follow me on Instagram, Succeed with Ali.